It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
I am shocked. I feel awful for the fans of the Cleveland Browns. I have no idea how you could witness what you witnessed in that press conference and it not be a part of your evaluation and decision. I think the world of Todd Monken. I think he's a great coach. I have no idea how they can make this decision. The performance this past Saturday by Sean was not good. It was candidly very poor. To have him have that interaction and make the comments that he made in a town, in a city, in a football fan base and franchise like Cleveland, and to sit there and be like, don't boo me, and it's more than just performance, the tone-deaf element of that, and then to name him the starting quarterback less than 48 hours out of it, I truly feel awful for that fan base.
That's ESPN's Dan Orlovsky on Deshaun Watson named the starting quarterback in Cleveland.
Well, sure. Orlovsky has the freedom to say that. Others don't.
Well, he said it. Now, the question is, do they have a starting quarterback there, or is it a bad pick no matter what? I mean, if they go with Sanders, are they going to flounder? If they go with Watson, are they going to flounder? Well, do they just have to get through this year and get to next year's draft to find their starting quarterback?
I don't know about next year's draft. And what makes you think next year's draft is their starting quarterback? There's no guarantee that any quarterback in the draft next year is going to be a starting quarterback.
I think it's considered a pretty deep quarterback.
I'm
pretty deep quarterback
every
draft.
time you tell me that, but it's considered that it's not is. It's
okay,
considered.
Well, they don't have a starting quarterback on their roster now. Both guys are flawed. I would take a shot with Sanders and see what he's got. I don't think Watson's the guy. I don't think he's going to be the guy for anybody. Sanders, you can make an argument. Maybe he can be a starter. More likely he's a backup. Maybe plays his way out of the league. But find out what you got. Give him a long run of games.
Okay.
Now, also, there's a decent chance neither one of these guys is good enough and that they're going to play both quarterbacks over the course of the season. It's not really going to work out for either one of them, so what are we even arguing about right now? It goes back to, do they have a guy on their roster?
I mean, they drafted 2 last year.
I know, and had everybody scratching their heads. But one of those guys is Sanders, and give him a shot. There have been times it looked okay. Does he just need to play a little more?
At times, he'll get his chance. Everybody gets your chance.
Watson has said he regrets the fan comments. So, for whatever that is
he's
worth.
human and he made a mistake. Who knew?
Actually, there you go. Mike McCarthy says the Steelers will stay in the AFC North. Says the Steelers are in an impasse with Joey Porter. So, got to figure that out. Cardinals activated edge rusher Josh Sweat. All these stories, all these headlines about guys getting healthy. Here's a guy ready to go. He'd been on the physically unable to perform list, and now he's ready to play.
I know, and I went to the gym at 2 o'clock and wanted to hear some Marte, and they thought that was the top story. I mean, who the heck is this guy?
And there's a study out that shows at least 25% of NFL players could develop CTE. It is couched with could, but for people who are wondering how much progress they're making the game safer for players, now you have this study. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
We have, made a decision to recruit some kids around the country. And, through these multiple injunctions around the country, which this is not a first time, been in college sports for a while, a group of players were granted a 5th year of eligibility around the country in multiple sports. Through them winning their injunction and entry into the portal, they're available to recruit. And so ourselves, like many places around the country, are recruiting them. And at the end of the day, because of these rulings, they're either going to play for you or they're going to play somewhere else around the country. So we've made a decision to recruit them like Probably most people are.
I love the clearing of the throat. Here comes the hard part.
We
made a decision.
We made a decision. They're going to pay me huge money. We're going to pay our kids huge money, and we want to win as many games as we can. Don't couch it because Johnny across the street is doing it. Therefore, I get to do it. So if Johnny across the street plays in the traffic, that means you got to play in the traffic? I mean, come on. It's the Sorsby thing. We want to win. We want to win at virtually any and all costs, and this is what we're going to do. And if you don't like it, screw you.
The SEC put out a statement about pro athletes should not return to college competition. They could pass a rule. They could do that, but they haven't done that yet. Maybe it's coming up.
And their basketball team has signed this Luis kid who last played at St. John's in 25, not 26, 25. And he will be 24 years old in November. And he was Big East Player of the Year for St. John's under Patino. And, yeah, they want to win at all costs. Just say it. I think the public gets insulted when we all know what the reason is, but yet you won't say it. And, we're magnanimous. He won his court case, and so it's our obligation to help this young man or young woman, and we're going to do everything in our power. And he has a gambling, and we're going to be there for him. I haven't heard Texas Tech in weeks say we're going to be there for him. As long as he's there for us, we're going to be there for him, and he can help us win games. We're going to be there for him. But if he sucked, get out of here. I want nothing to do with you. I'm not going to cut somebody to take you on, but you're really good? Yeah, hey, Joe, bring in your playbook. Sucks for you, you're gone. Kiffin doesn't talk about that part of it, about, sure, you can add 50 guys if you want. What happened to the other 50 guys who've been working out since January? They're going to go play intramurals, buddy? I mean, what are they going to do? Just say it. He's better than the guys we have and gives us a better chance to win. Family on 3. F off. I mean, it's a joke, but don't act like it's a serious thing. Just tell us flat out.
Nice little detail coming out of Ole Miss. The Ole Miss had the FBI sweep for bugs for listening devices after Lane Kiffin's exit for LSU.
Just pest control. Why do you got to get the FBI involved?
You don't know him like I knew him. Great quote. Tennessee's going with a true freshman at quarterback. They give the job to Faison Brandon. Transfer in Philo's the starting quarterback at Florida. Aiden Childs, the starter at Northwestern. We must be getting close to games, PK.
Just when I thought he'd fall in love with Tennessee.
Sing it.
It's a beautiful song. You're lucky I told you. Don't you feel hip now?
I do. It's everywhere. It's like you're thinking about, country is crossed over and it's not old school divisions. And the song came on, and I can't remember what station it was, but it was totally a station playing the hits. It wasn't a, station branding itself country. It's everywhere.
She's hot.
Tennessee. All right, DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Everyone's wondering what's going to happen. There's 5 guys in Philly who need the basketball, who could shoot, who could score. VJ Edgecombe says he's good with a potentially reduced role in Philadelphia. I just want to win.
Second-year player. He has no status.
Yeah, there it is. Figure he and LeBron are the 2 guys who are more likely to take a backseat when necessary.
Well,
I mean, given guys not playing, and in Kim Bede's case, maybe only playing half the games, yeah, they may not have to. They may not say they need them to go out and get their 15 FGAs.
Just win. Who cares? I mean, they're not the first team that's had that. There's plenty of teams who had 5 guys who want the ball or think they're good enough to score. I want everybody to want the ball, but not from a selfish standpoint, just because of a confidence standpoint. And then you make the play as the play unfolds. That's what winning hoop is about.
Portland Shaden Sharp's going to miss 6 months, a meniscus tear in his knee, so setback for him. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
On a 3-2. Smoked. Drilled. Cal Raleigh leaves the yard for the second time tonight. Oh, Young swats this out to right field. Harper watches it fly out of here. Cal Raleigh and Cole Young back to back.
Barrel to it all.
Oh, man. A missile. Julio. 3-run laser to left.
Cal Raleigh hitting 3. Count them, 3 home runs. Seattle 5 in the first. They go on to beat Philly 9-2. Mariners get the big win, and Raleigh is the hero, driving in 4 runs in the game. Diamondbacks get shut out. Padres losing extra innings, so no real change there in the wild card race in the National League. Another day clicks by. Diamondbacks getting shut out 7-0. They do think that they might be getting Ketel Marte back in the lineup next week. Got any hopes that that's going to get all worked out, PK?
It's too late. He's going to be traded or let go in the offseason. So they can put a Band-Aid on a bleeding body. And his mother got in a car wreck and died over in the Dominican a few years back, and maybe that's part of the spiral.
Padres lost to the Pirates 3-2 in 12 innings, left the bases loaded a couple times, had a little party to introduce the new owners in San Diego. It's a family investment in the Padres. But the Pirates spoil things and walk away with the win. Rob Manfred, amid Major League Baseball talk, says, we want to play in 2027.
No way. I can't believe it.
Empty words, PK, or a sign of hope?
Of course he wants to play. Why wouldn't he? Everybody wants to play. Both sides who hate each other want to play.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag BYU.
Jackson Kohler still currently eligible to play for BYU this year because he was part of a separate non-federal injunction at the state level in California that granted him a temporary restraining order and a 5th season of eligibility and a window for entering the transfer portal. Some of the fifth-year players got shut down by a recent court decision.
Makes
Apparently,
sense.
Kohler somehow isn't impacted by that because of another decision.
Oh, yeah.
I don't begin to understand it, but yeah, there it is.
I think you begin. As you get deeper into it, you don't.
I get to the middle and I don't. Mm-hmm. It's not the end. I lose the plot pretty early.
Well, there is no end yet.
Okay, good. I'm safe there. Because there will be something else coming. We don't know what it is, but it'll be out there. Good for the Cougars who need another big. So at least for now, they've got Kohler. DJ PK.
Hashtag Utah.
I think our ability to mix and match personnel and formation to attack people some different ways that way. Guys have shown proficiency in being able to execute different things with our schemes and with our presentations, so I like the direction that's headed. I like where we're headed culturally in terms of just the effort that they play with and the physicality that they play with. I think that's come a long ways as well. His playmaking ability, coupled with the progress that he's made as a leader, as a decision maker, his processing within the offense, all those kind of things I'm really anxious to see it all come to fruition.
That's the offensive coordinator, Kevin McGivern, on the Utes and what he's seen from the offense and Devin Dampier.
So he has anxiety?
Don't you always have anxiety in August?
No. This is the time not to have it. He's eager to see it all.
Aha!
He's not anxious.
Jordan Gross believes Utah has developed approximately 10 offensive linemen it can trust.
Why not 15?
Because he doesn't have that many. 10's the number. I did hear Kevin McGivern use the word playmakers with a lot of confidence.
Oh,
who are the difference makers? Who are going to make plays?
They got 10, won't even see the field. That's how deep they are with playmakers. This is the best receiver core ever. Not just at Utah. I'm talking ever.
Ever?
Uh-huh.
Ever.
Did
In
have
the
wax in your ears?
history? Yes, I do. I do, as a matter of fact. Have to have that addressed.
Well, how come you heard me that time?
I had it addressed. Had a medical procedure there just in 2.5 seconds. As far as the basketball, the Running Utes signee Noam Yakov is ineligible for the upcoming season due to NCAA ruling. Running Utes had Northern Iowa guard Trey Campbell, who's been cleared to practice with the team. He's pursuing a fifth year of eligibility.
Well, why not get a Utah judge
As the roster turns. An
to
excellent
get
question.
wherever the heck this kid is?
An excellent question.
Get him in there.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Utah State.
Fifth-year players everywhere. Safety Bryson Taylor at Utah State. Caught up amid the NCAA's legal battle over fifth-year eligibility. Not clear if he's going to be able to play. Let's
get a Logan Judge.
See? Work for Texas Tech.
Preston, Idaho. They're all the same. Cross state lines.
No. Preston, Idaho. That could be a Bengal. You could want to see the Aggies shut down.
Oh, no. That's way too far.
Don't trust the Preston judges.
If he's really good, he'd go to Boise.
Good point. You got me there. We did not discuss Dallin Hall yesterday. BYU guard, former BYU guard, went to Virginia going to Utah State. Aggies, bringing him home, PK. Bring him home.
Yeah, Scotty was, I was talking about it with him yesterday in the hallway. Oh, Sweet 16, man. We got Dallin Hall. I like the kid. I like the kid's toughness. He's one of these kids that adds to a team that goes well beyond the box score. His mindset is just lay it out there, give you everything, guard you as hard as you can, play as hard as you can. You know, I don't think he's going to be a superstar. He's not going to be all Packer, but he's going to be something that can help any team. Whatever team he's on, he brings an element that every team needs.
And a guard, speaking of things that don't show up in the box score, the chance to, the opportunity to organize an offense, not turn it over, get you into a good play at a key point in the game. Love the veteran guards who've been through battles, had failures, had success. Figure they're more likely to get it right when a big game's on the line.
I just like his toughness.
That's what's trending. This segment sponsored by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Frank Dolce coming up to talk Utah football at 8 o'clock. DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We got the question of the day next. Stay with us.
Utah's best coverage of the Utes, Cougars, Jazz, and Mammoth. Here we go. From the guys who have been there for all the biggest moments in Utah sports history. You're listening to DJ and PK on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The KSL Sports Zone at Beehive Meals are honoring people that impact youth sports in our communities. Nominate the youth sports volunteer you know for the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week at KSLSports.com/contest. Question up on our Facebook page, as fresh as the most recent round of talk shows and podcasts. Joel Klatt predicts Texas Tech will beat BYU in the Big 12 title game again this season. Would that make BYU's season a disappointment? Vernon, Joel Klatt can shove it. BYU's not playing Texas Tech. I think it'll be Houston, Arizona, or Utah.
Well, it's even worse. Houston versus Arizona? Or is he saying BYU will play Houston or Arizona?
He's saying Texas Tech will play Houston or Arizona or Utah.
Oh, okay.
And he is, I believe I'm going to click on this and find out he might be a Ute. Well, a lot of Santa stuff. Hard to tell.
Well, that would be even worse if they did not make it. If you think that not making the playoff makes the season a disappointment.
Dave, I'd love to see Joe Klatt eat some crow. Because you don't cash in on all your preseason predictions. You eat crow?
Yeah.
Okay, crow it is.
It's all metaphoric.
Serve it up.
Sure. You don't think players and teams and fans use preseason slights if they're perceived as motivation?
I think most of us forget 3 months later. I think this stuff
But they're
is
saying 3 months later,
fun
it's
at the
now.
time. Yeah, but we don't have the answer now. By the time we have the answer,
No
I think most of
kidding.
us
If we have the answer, then it's not a prediction. Duh.
By the time we have the answer, I think people forget the prediction.
No. Heck no.
Mark says false. Cougs win. He believes BYU will get it done.
Well, rather than focus on the prediction, is the season a disappointment if they do not make the playoff?
Jared has nuance and context to his answer. He says it all depends on how the regular season shakes out. Looking right now, yes, they got to get that Big 12 title. But if they're 12-0, they lose the title game and make the playoff, it's still a successful season. No playoff, no title, that's a repeat of 2025. Which I believe he's saying would be a disappointment to have a repeat. There are other paths to the playoff. Or at least one
it's
other
hard
path
to
the
call out a
playoff.
disappointment if they go 12-0.
Right.
But is that possible? We're going to have two 12-0 teams?
Seems unlikely, but it's certainly possible since they're not playing each other. And you look at Tech's schedule. I mean, could it happen? Sure. I mean, that BYU's got to win a couple of enormous games, but
Who doesn't?
right. I mean, it's pretty unlikely. I mean, you look around and it just doesn't seem to happen.
I mean, you look at their
unbeatens.
schedule, but yet we wouldn't say someone eats crow on a prediction. Your schedule, your forecast of their schedule is nothing but a prediction.
Yeah.
So it holds just as much weight, but somehow you think it holds more weight. It doesn't.
I think we are expected to make predictions. It's what people do to pass the time in August. But I think the vast majority of people know there's way too many variables to think you're going to get all these right. And if you do, you're probably a little on the lucky side or a lot on the lucky side.
So that's why I don't get into the schedule. But somehow when we talk about the schedule, it's not viewed as a prediction. It's viewed as a fact. When the reality is, it is nothing more than another prediction.
It's another prediction, right. And for Texas Tech, the prediction is you don't play either of the locals. You're not playing BYU. You're not playing Utah. And they don't have a marquee non-conference game.
Says who?
Says people making predictions about the season.
That's all they are.
Yep.
Now, I can buy the non-conference of Abilene Christian and Oregon State and Sam Houston. Okay, but
you don't know about the rest of the league. And maybe Houston is awesome. Maybe Oklahoma State's going to have lightning in a bottle and have a great year. You're right. These predictions could be wrong.
right.
Could be your Devils. Who's to say? Who knows?
It could.
TCU's on their schedule. A
Yeah.
bunch of teams could take off.
So that's why I don't say that they have a lousy schedule. And you didn't even mention Arizona,
I did not. You're
which
right.
could be
Another one.
a top 10 team in the country for all we know. So stop saying their schedule
Their schedule.
because it just there's no meaning to it.
Just on the face of it, we would both pick against anybody going 12-0, let alone two teams going 12-0.
Oh, I always do.
Right.
I never pick anybody to go undefeated. It's just too much. Some teams do it, obviously, but I wouldn't pick it. Things in football, what a
Crazy
ball,
stuff
the way
happens.
it bounces.
Yeah.
And injuries are such a significant factor in this sport, given the nature of people smacking each other every single play. I mean, injuries factor into everything, but you're going on probability level, and there's more probability level in this particular sport.
Mark opens up another path here. He says, in my opinion, if BYU beats Notre Dame and gets the Big 12 title game, they're getting into the playoffs no matter what. So the thought that an 11-2 team, say they go 11-1, they beat Notre Dame, but they lose a conference game somewhere, and they lose a conference title game at 11-2, and they've been left out with a couple of two-loss teams here the last 2 years. But Mark thinks this year that Notre Dame win and get them in. So there's another potential path.
There's plenty of paths. Every school has plenty of paths. But will they get it done? Sure, if you beat Notre Dame, and then if you beat this team, that team, name the teams. If you beat them, I like the more wins you have, the better chance you have. Who knew?
See? Joe Klatt predicting Texas Tech beating BYU again in the Big 12 title game. Would that make BYU's season a disappointment? And Jordan says no. That means they probably beat Utah to get to the Big 12 title game. And for Jordan, Jordan wants a win in the rivalry game.
Yeah, but beating Utah, I mean, what? Why is that so special?
It's a rivalry game, and it matters to Jordan, I guess. I click on this. Jordan studied at Utah State University. So,
They've beaten him 3 years in a row.
And that, in Jordan's mind, makes him successful seasons. I get it's not enough for everybody, but it's enough for some people, and apparently Jordan's one of them.
So they can go 5-7 with a win over Utah, and that's a successful season.
That might be too much. He doesn't weigh in on that scenario.
He says if you beat Utah, I only go by the words he uses. As an aficionado of the language, that's what I go by.
I don't think a losing record will do it for most people. So then you got him at 5-7.
All right, 6-6. Is that better for you?
It is better, but it's probably not good enough.
It's not what he says.
Kirk, yes, that would be a disappointment losing to Tech because the Cougars are supposed to win the national championship every year. Oh, Kirk, with the overstatement.
Just once. Something you have never done.
Never. Ever. Michael says, no, it's not a disappointment. It means they just fulfilled expectations.
Aren't expectations to go to the playoff?
I believe Michael does not believe that's the expectation. Might be the hope. But the expectation is it'll be Tech and all their money.
Sorry, well, I can't speak for Mike, but isn't that the whole idea of what Kalani's talking about?
Yes.
Because if he was talking about just having a repeat of last season or even the season before, then why bring up all this stuff that's caused so much conflict?
Yep.
And I'm talking to people about it yesterday and what they're doing with Santiago and what he has jurisdiction over, and is Kalani going to report to the VP and blah, 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 blah. If last season is the bar, well, then they have enough resources to reach that bar. So by their own acknowledgement, by him repeatedly talking about it here,
Kalani wants a conference title. Kalani wants a berth in the playoffs, and Kalani's going to want to win when he gets to the playoffs. I think that is something that you can pull from his public statements, not just during this summer camp here, but you can go back last spring, you can go back to that press conference in December. I think it's pretty consistent. He wants a conference title, he wants a spot in the playoffs, and then he wants to win once he gets there.
So they are talking more. They're not satisfied with, I would be satisfied with 12-2. Pretty good season to me if I'm a BYU fan. But I get you want more. Everybody wants more. But your realism of getting more has to factor in. And I'm not so sure that that's realistic, but that's what they're shooting for. They're talking about, if you give me more money, I will do this. I think they ought to just give more money, and then that puts them on notice. They gave you more money, big guy.
What are you doing with it?
What'd you do with it?
Right.
Yeah. So that's one way. You want to keep them quiet? Just give them the money. And then at the end, if you don't go, then, well, you just wasted our money. You give me back money.
Give me back my money.
I mean, that's what they should do.
Do you think a lot of this is built on the quote, which lives on and we quote all the time, we will not be outbid? That, I mean, I love the energy and I love the enthusiasm and I love the willingness to write big checks, but the fact is there's more energy, more enthusiasm, and bigger checks in other places, and you will be outbid.
No, because I think that was strictly for basketball,
hoops.
And that's the tension that he went and asked for more for an assistant, and they didn't give it to him. And then Kevin Young went and asked more for an assistant, and they gave it to him.
And there it is.
And they want to see, the football people want to see the financials from the basketball, and they're not seeing them. That's
the heart of the matter.
Yeah, yeah. And you didn't believe it? I don't care if you don't believe it. Don't believe it. I'm going to have this job until I don't want it anymore, unless I come on here and drop a bunch of F-bombs.
Ew.
And I'm like you. I just reserve them for off air.
Nice.
People know I say them. For you, they think you don't.
Ha! Get out on a golf course with me, people.
Get out of the studio with you.
Yeah, the hallway's good enough. Four.
So
Playing through.
Yeah, you 4 of them in a half a minute.
On a slow day.
So I think that's the problem. That's the essence of the problem here. And they were supposed to have a luncheon with Kevin Young and haven't heard anything about it. And
might not be the best time to have a luncheon with Kevin Young in the media.
Yeah.
Could be a bunch of questions you'd rather not answer.
But Young...
he's had a couple of them the last couple summers.
Yeah, the first 2 years. This is classic Utah. I know a guy who is has a family member in Kevin Young's ward, so he tells me stuff.
All right.
Like the Kohler thing I told you last week is Tuesday, and I was going out of town, and they're going to get him. Oh, okay, great. And because he's told people, and that's part of the problem why they had to go on the Cougar board thing, is because the coaches in football heard that they were going to make a change at the top, and somebody told somebody, and somebody told somebody else, and they ran to the message board and put it out there, and that's how that thing blew up, if you're interested. And away you go, and they're going back and forth, taking shots at one another. So you got that out there. But, yeah, that's the issue. It's not – that quote was not made for football. It was made specifically for basketball. And that quote got back to those guys. And that's been a sticking point long before that quote was ever uttered. And then I wrote how I put it on there at KSL a good while back, and boy, I got lit up on that, how there's some racial component in there with a Polynesian coach and not being smart enough. And people don't want to hear that stuff because it stings, and it's not our way at the image-conscious university. Norm Chow had to deal with that. So it's out there. And you don't like it,
it's not
by
going
all means, take as many shots at me as you want.
And it's not going away.
I'm fine with it. But these are all things that I've been told repeatedly over years. So that's the problem there. And they got to get these guys in a room and settle this thing. But as I understand it, I was also told that Brian and Kalani were on the practice field yesterday talking to each other. So maybe it is overblown to an extent.
Is there enough money to give both programs everything they want? Or is it there'll always be one more thing?
Well,
that's not the nature of it.
See, that's what I've been talking about for years, or not for years, for weeks. If you are trying to catch up, you're falling behind. It's not about catching up. It's about staying ahead. Simply catching up, by its definition, will force you to fall behind, because the other guy then, who you're trying to catch up to, is increasing it. And you got Cody Campbell saying, we're going to double down, right after they get embarrassed by Oregon. So if that's the case, you're already falling behind. So what are you going to be able to do? What's the standard? If it's Texas Tech, no. I don't see it.
Because their 33 million
LSU,
can turn into 43.
You're not going to do it. I mean, LSU's going to have a guy on the basketball team who was signed by the Jazz to a two-way and didn't play last year in college. Now he's going to go back. He's going to be 24 years old a week into the season. That's what they're trying to do. Are you willing to do all of that? Or do you need to do all that? I mean, administration in Provo might be saying, man, we went 12-2. How much more do you want? And he wants more. And if, the good thing for them is if you don't get more and you don't get to the playoff, well, we didn't get more. What do you want from me? Whereas if you got more and you didn't get to the playoff, well, then it's on you. Right now, by Kalani saying what he's saying, he's putting it on the administration. Don't put it on me. right? He's said this multiple times. It's on them. They're not keeping the promises. I can only do so much. We've been charged with doing more with less. So I'm not saying he's doing this, but that's the perception that people could easily take. Wow, aren't we really good as coaches? Look at us. We're doing all this. We beat Utah 3 years in a row, and we're doing more with less. Aren't we something? Now, I'm not saying that's what he's trying to say, because I don't believe that's what he's trying to say, but that can be deducted or concluded, and if you got more and you didn't get over the hump, well, then it's on you.
So maybe he needs to be careful how he defines it. Don't ask for more, say we have to catch Texas Tech. Because they could give you more. To your point, you could get $5 million more. But if Texas Tech gets $10 million more, well, now you're.
Well, but you're never going to battle them. And clearly, the Sorsby thing told you everything you needed to know. And that really wasn't about money. That was, no matter what it looks like, what appearances there are, we are going to.
We don't care. Yeah, we don't care.
We're going to try to win as much as we possibly can. And we're going to take a kid who's gambled on games. But. It doesn't matter. I mean, he could have bet. They probably would have done it if he would have bet on his team to lose. Well, he didn't play in that game. He was just a red shirt.
The kid needs our help.
Yeah. They've already shown you which side of the line you're going to be on. And that is win at all costs.
So how quickly do they get to 40, 50, 60 million? Since it's all
quickly
costs.
As they need.
And they're billionaires.
Well, you don't bid against yourself.
Yes, but the Oregon game tells them they're still a long way away.
That's why I said they're going to double down.
They can't hang with
Oregon. So if they had a
$20
million, that means $40 million if my math is correct.
And they were at 38 until Sorsby dropped them back to 33. Right?
And so if they'll continue next year and so forth. And just keep going until they get it. And then if they should get it, as Scotty Scheffler said, well, now what?
You have a parade, your phone blows up, and then as Pablo Mastroeni told us after he won a league title, it's like a week after it was all done, well, then everyone had texted him. They looked around like, what do I do now?
Right.
I guess I go back to the gym and turn the thing on the incline and start running on the treadmill. Get ready
Winning
for next
is
season.
the ultimate, but it's also overblown.
Because a week after you've done it, wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Start again.
Unless you're like a Jordan or a Tom Brady and you've won.
And you do it
and a Bill
3
Russell.
times, 4 times, 5 times.
And so then you ascend to status that few have. And those are what we recognize as the GOAT and the GOAT. And so you could prance around and you have that. But now you're asking to achieve something even beyond simply winning. And do you think Jordan wakes up every day? Oh, I'm the GOAT. At some days, it's got to be, man, today's a boring day. Just like the rest of us.
Got to go to the golf course, and to make it exciting, got to put down a bet.
Yeah, but
and
you
find
can't do that
somebody
every single day.
Man. You can after you sell the Hornets.
And then what you can, but you can't.
I know.
We're not talking financially able. Apparently you thought that was funny, but financial.
Well, you used to have something else to do.
And
you used to have something to do
at 8 o'clock at night, you ain't golfing. What are you doing then?
Rewatching your documentary, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
And in 10 years, what are you doing after that? So even that can we all have to live life. And if you're chasing after that, you're going to end up being empty. It's what Scheffler was talking about. And then you chase after stuff, and look at the stuff Tiger chased after.
And you end up happy. He didn't look happy when he stepped to that podium and started apologizing for everything. Yeah. He looked humiliated.
Right. So you got all that stuff there, and you just keep trying to. That's what it said yesterday. You got to enjoy the experience, enjoy the ride, and that's where the happiness is in. Not if the happiness is derived by a final score of a scoreboard athletic competition, you're going to be way more miserable than you're happy. I don't know why people would do that. But yet I know there's millions and trillions who do. Even as a kid, it never really made sense to me.
DJ PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Frank Dolce talking Utah football at the top of the hour. Stay with us right here on The Zone.
Over 2 decades of sports radio dominance in Utah.
My favorite.
This is DJ and PK on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Win big this Wednesday on the KSL Sports Zone. It's a Win Tickets Wednesday. Tomorrow, this week, we've got Motley Crue with performances by Tesla and Extreme at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater, September 21st. Tickets on sale now, livenation.com. Get your tickets today and listen to the KSL Sports Zone all day Wednesday for your chance to win.
This is Kenny, Somewhere With You, a great tune. I saw him in the Sphere. I saw the Eagles in the Sphere. Eagles tickets for the Sphere in January as they refuse to go away. A Friday night, I put my name in the queue. Now it seats like 18,500.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the queue. I was in the 43,000s. So I immediately got out of the queue.
Yeah, it didn't look like your odds were very good at that point. You need about 25,000 people to check out to open the door for you.
Yes.
I can see the math there. You're not good at math, but you nailed that. You nailed that problem.
See, I thought I would be smart.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got tickets in December. I'll be off December 11th, guys. Mark that down.
Mark it down.
It's a Friday, and I got tickets for that show. And I thought, well, because they went on and said that the year of 26 would be it, except it's not. So I thought, I'll go. And then they come out with 6 more shows in January, and they only do Fridays and Saturdays. And I thought, well, here's what I'll do. I'll get in the queue, turn around, put my other seats on sale, and go for free.
Sweet.
Because the seats I have right now, they're going for double as I
I see what you're doing.
check
Right.
out. Yeah. But then I got on 30 minutes before, and it was 43,000 people ahead of me. Plus, those seats were already going for double. So the price is going up. I mean, the basic.
No wonder the Eagles won't go away.
Yeah.
There's massive demand for the Eagles.
Shocking. As they push age 80, the core. They got Glenn Fry's son is in his 20s, and Vince Gill is pushing 70, not 80. But the other guys who've been in there forever, pushing 80. And they still keep adding shows and adding shows and adding shows. Man, it's amazing. So my idea didn't work.
Well, you gave it a shot, PK.
I could still sell it for double, but then I won't have any tickets. And then I'll have to buy them for double, so it's kind of a wash.
What would you do other than go to a Eagles concert? Got anything that's that much fun?
Yes.
That's satisfying?
But I can't say it.
Okay.
How about you, El Capitan? You speak Spanish?
I do speak Spanish, yeah.
So that's right. If you want to call, you don't call him Captain. It's a Capitan. If he's going to speak Spanish, acknowledge his bilinguality.
A Capitan.
How'd you learn Spanish?
It was actually I grew up learning it. It was actually I learned Spanish before I learned English.
And I thought you suck at English.
Yeah, it came later.
Just kidding. So you got to call the kid El Capitan.
There's El Capitan high school in our district. We played them. El Capitan.
Are you glad you had that information, Alex?
It is. It's very useful information.
Do you ever stare? Do you ever stare at the? Well, now that you're El Capitan, you should stare at that massive granite face that people scale in Yosemite there on the left side of the valley. So you
should stare at it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's massive.
Either that or just look at a picture.
No, stare at it. Stare at it. Go to the tunnel view, look out, get the lawn chair, put your feet up on that little rock wall, just stare at it, meditate.
December 11th, I'll probably watch the Mammoth or hockey. The Jazz or hockey. And I just said the same thing twice.
I wonder what you're getting at there.
There's a good chance that either one will be playing, if not both. You can go look that up. December 11th is a Friday. They'll be at the Sphere. Sphere's fun. It's different. It's unique.
What do the Eagles put behind them while they're? What kind of video? Because that's the whole point, right? Is to have some kind of video montage and.
Yeah, the screen.
Yeah.
Which is enormous because there's no seats behind them, so it starts at their feet, and it's like amphitheater style, obviously, and goes way the freak up there. And they have a whatever. I mean, one of their songs, they were like the Southern California sound when they came out, right? Mm-hmm. And so they have a drone. You're going over the Hollywood sign. We've all seen that.
Yeah.
And so then you peer over into the San Fernando Valley.
Sure.
Did you ever go to Disneyland? Did you do Soaring Over America?
I didn't do that. Oh. That's in that California Adventure Park.
It is, yeah.
No, I haven't done that.
Well, on that one, it takes you through California, right? So
Sure.
You're sitting there like in a Ferris wheel type seats, and they go to Palm Springs, right? And so you're soaring over a golf course, and it gets a little low, and a guy swings. Palm Springs is known for its golf courses, right?
Sure.
And the beautiful views in the winter and all that stuff. And so the ball off a drive starts to rise, and for a second there, feels like it's coming right at you.
Okay.
That type of thing. As the ball rises. Yeah. So like a 3D experience. Would that make sense?
Yeah, I just wondered, I get that whole thing. It's a combination of there are rides. There's a ride at Universal that does that where stuff's flying by you. Universal Studios. Forget what it is. I just know it made me nauseous, man. I got up, man. My legs were rubbery when that was over.
Yeah, that's a little more right in your face. Mm-hmm. This is more of a little bit of a distance. So I don't
usually
think
tries to set
you do get a feel of that a little bit. Yeah, there's Disneyland ride where you feel like you're in a spaceship or something because it's jerking and you feel like you're moving
but you're really sitting in a box and it's rocking left to right and forward to backwards. Star Tours, I think that one is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so there's stuff like that. They take you. You're in a car weaving in and out of traffic. In downtown, so you got the Pantages Theater, if you know where that is, on your left.
So it's all this California-themed stuff.
A lot of it, yeah. And it's just cool. It's different. What I liked is, you wait. They say they're going to start at 8:30, and that's the great thing about going to concerts with old people.
They really start at 8:30.
Yeah, they want to be in bed.
Don't hold out till 9:45.
Right. I mean, I saw Eric Church across the street, and it's 90 minutes. Yeah. Suck, guy. Get up there. Play your tunes and let me go home. Unfortunately, it was a Saturday, so it wasn't too bad. But they have like a big blimp in the sky. And, like the blimp would have a marquee. And it starts, all of a sudden, it appears on the screen above you, way up there. And it starts the 2 minutes. And so they have a countdown. And so 2 minutes. And it's like you're in Times Square, Hey, 10, 9, 8, and then boom, there they are.
It's a show.
Yeah.
Build the entertainment factor in, build the anticipation. All you really do is have a clock running.
I know.
But whatever works.
But the anticipation of now I know. And it's going to start right on time, just like they said. And they don't have any warm-up band or any of that stuff. And everybody's reaching a fever pitch, especially now because you keep thinking, well, this is going to be the last time until they add 7 more shows or 8 more shows. They'll always add an even number because they always do Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, but this is it. We're all done.
I
want to go be a grandpa. I saw the interview. You told me about it, and I went to look for it. Yeah, I want to be a grandpa. I'm like, well, that makes sense. But I did tell you at the time, it's like, why do you have to stop? Because you get to scale back. It's on your own terms. So if you just want to play...
You got to stop some point.
If you want to play 10 weekends and just play Friday, Saturday, 20 shows, you're the Eagles. People will pay for the 20 shows.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And as I was 43,000 in an 18,000 seat venue.
Figure out what weekend the weather's going to be good in Vegas and schedule it and rent a whole floor and take all the grandkids and let them go to the pool.
I don't have grandkids.
No, him.
Henley.
Let them go to the pool
I
or
would
whatever.
love to rent a whole floor.
Take them mini golfing, whatever. Turn in a little vacation. All right, I'm going to go pay for the whole thing now.
The company would give me more money because I do more with less than most people.
DJ PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Frank Dolce is next. The Utes. The questions. Does Frank have the answers? What are his expectations? We'll get to that next. Stay with us.